Children are supposed to grow up expecting one thing from their parents: love, safety, and care. But what happens when the very people meant to protect them become the source of emotional harm? Emotional abuse doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's just words, repeated, dismissive, cutting words that stay in the mind far longer than bruises ever could. Research has shown that tens of thousands of children experience emotional abuse every year. When hurtful remarks come from parents, the damage cuts deeper. Because parents don't just raise children, they shape identity, self-worth, and inner voice. Here are 8 things emotionally toxic parents often say, and how those words affect a child for life. 1. Attacking appearance. You're ugly. You're too fat. You're too skinny. Your hair looks terrible. When parents shame a child's appearance, the child learns to see their body as a problem. This insecurity can grow into anxiety, shame, and disordered eating. Parents are meant to teach children how to respect themselves, not fear their reflection. 2. Mocking behavior. Why do you act so weird? Why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that? Children trust their parents completely, so when behavior is mocked, the child starts believing something is wrong with who they are. That belief often follows them into adulthood, making self-expression feel unsafe. 3. Rejecting their existence. I wish you were never born. I regret having you. I wish you were different. These statements attack the core of a child's identity. They don't just hurt feelings, they teach a child they were never meant to exist. This kind of emotional damage is deeply linked to depression, self-harm, and identity struggles. 4. Making the child feel like a burden. You cost too much. You're exhausting. My life would be easier without you. When a child feels like a burden, they learn to shrink their needs. They hide emotions. They stop asking for help. 5. Constant comparisons. Why can't you be like your sibling? Other kids are better than you. Comparison erodes self-esteem. It teaches children that love is conditional and that they'll never be enough. It also damages sibling relationships, replacing connection with resentment. 6. Verbal abuse. You're stupid. You're useless. You'll never succeed. These absolute statements become internal beliefs. And once a child internalizes them, they start limiting themselves long before life does. 7. Threatening abandonment. I'll leave you. I'll disappear. You won't find me one day. This creates deep abandonment wounds. As adults, these children struggle to trust relationships. 8. Empty promises. I'll do it later. I promise next time. When promises are repeatedly broken, trust breaks with them. Words don't leave bruises, but they shape who we become. If this felt familiar, you're not weak. Your reactions make sense. Awareness is where healing begins. Thanks for watching.